Sports Stars Magazine here. Cydnee Bryant, Corona Centennial, 3 in a row for the Huskies. Just another absolutely superb effort. 23-20 today after 27-21. King's going to be seeing you in their nightmares, but I know that's exactly the way you want it. I mean, we're going to look at the final score, and people are going to think that it was never close, or that you ladies were never facing some adversity. But before we talk about just how you took over the game in the second half, Cydnee, how important was it for the group to kind of cut into that deficit, at the end of the second quarter, just to kind of get that momentum rolling?
It was very important considering the quite slow start we had today. But it was major. That was truly detrimental to the way we won this game. And honestly, when you're down that much, it's easy to just get down, because when you're down by, what was it? It was 21 to 10.
Yeah. And you scored the final 10 of the half.
Right. And then it's one of those things where you kind of just have to trust the game and trust your teammates and your coaching, because at the end of the day, yeah, it's not that hard to score 10 points, because you really think, okay, it's just 5 baskets, or it's 3 baskets in a free throw or something. But then you have to think about the other side, defending the other team. And then when it comes to fouls, attitudes, like the way the game's laid by fouls, dead balls, just anything, it's such an unpredictable game.
Absolutely. Just the way that not only you took command, but just the whole group really found another level, in the third quarter and the early part of the fourth, to stretch that out, like in vintage Centennial fashion, right? Turning defense into offense, second and third opportunities at the offensive end, just in terms of just like the will, the determination, like the persistence of the group. Just how meaningful was that in the second half?
It was very meaningful, because it would have been really easy for us to just not rebound anymore, or just say, they're already up by 10, might as well let them be up by 20 and then let the game go. But you have to realize they had us by 10 without one of their best players.
Right.
She was injured, and then that's when you really have to lock in and realize, okay, we really do have to get it rolling, because we're letting them. We beat them by almost 20 with one of their best players.
Right.
And then now we're down by 10 without her. That just shows we got complacent and too comfortable and lackadaisical, which can't happen. But we pulled it out, and I'm proud of my seniors, my juniors, sophomores, and my one freshman. Everybody's great.
You got the JV call up tonight. I wanted to get her in the scorebook as well. But just in terms of this kind of being the reminder, right, that it's like, From now on, it's it's going to be one and done, right? You can't take any possessions off, you can't take any quarters off. If a team is fully healthy, if they've got their best scorer in, out, or whatever, like was like the last essentially 22 minutes, because it was 21-10 with about 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. So those last 6 minutes of the first half, and then all 16 in the second half, was that just a good reminder to you and the group that it's like you can't be passive, you can't be lackadaisical in the playoffs, or else you're going home a lot earlier than you want to?
Most definitely. I mean, you definitely can't be lackadaisical, especially against a team like this that has so much heart. Like Amaya, she did so good, and she has so much heart, and she's played her best game against us tonight and the last time we played them. And it's so hard to play against a player like that, because that's a player that never lets their head hang low, and they always keep their head high and keep going. So as a team, with one of us, and you're only as strong as your weakest link. Basketball is a game where, you can take over the whole game by yourself, but at some point, other people have to get involved.
Most definitely.
And we let everyone get involved today, and we got away with the game.
Absolutely. You're going to be a matchup nightmare for anybody that you play in the playoffs, but just, the momentum that this group has established, not only in the Big VIII games, but the win over St. Joseph, over at Rosary and whatnot. Just when you play like you did the last 22 minutes, when you play like you did in the third and fourth quarters, how optimistic, how enthusiastic are you about what this team can do in the playoffs?
Extremely. I mean, I know we have it. This team has a ton of heart. It just requires consistency.
Awesome.
Heart can't be first 2 minutes of the first quarter and the last 7 of the fourth quarter. It has to be throughout the whole game, or none at all.
Well, the consistency has been here not only throughout the season, but especially against King. 23-20 tonight for Cydnee Bryant after 27-21 in that 63-53 victory a week ago. Once again, for the third time in a row, Big VIII champions. Congratulations.
Thank you.